Lance and company coming onto the field here. Where will they start? As Lutz puts the toe to it. And we're underway from the 1-yard line. Here comes the return across the 20. And near the 30-yard line is Lambert Smith.
He's got an environment that's going to be as tough as it gets. That's why if Denver gets home field, watch out.
First play is a pass play, and it's going to be a completion for only 2 yards. No, they're going to say incomplete, as Disley did not.
They are bringing it right now. They're treating this like a playoff game for the #1 seed.
It's a 2nd and 10. Another quick throw. It goes over to Keenan Allen, and the vet able to twist through some tackles and pick up 7 with the left hand. Here's a 3rd and 4. Just the 32nd snap of the year for Trey Lance. And that pass was a dangerous one that Singleton almost came away with.
Injuries and people up front. I mean, really impressive that they're in the playoffs, honestly, Jim.
Yeah, to win 11 games. And undefeated, I might add, in the division coming into this one. There's the punt by Scott, and it's fair caught by Mims at the 12-yard line.
But he's done a great job of winning the game at the end in the 4th.
Okay, the handoff goes to McLaughlin. And Jagil getting the start at running back, and he's out to about the 19-yard line. Chargers to spring the surprise here, and if the Chargers could manage to do that with a Patriot win, then New England would have the 1 seed. Here's the handoff on 2nd and 4, and they're all over Harvey right away. Among those, Tuli Pelotu as well. 3rd and 3, and spinning out of a sack and picking up the first down is Bo Nix. Great awareness. Harvey takes the toss, and the rookie from Central Florida takes it just across the 30-yard line. He's had quite a... Looking across the middle, and a pass whipped in there. And the Chargers say it was incomplete, and officials agree.
Get to your man plays.
3rd and 6. They rush 4. They pick up another first down. Nice stiff arm by Bryant.
A good pick.
Out of Illinois. Definitely hit on that one. They fake the toss. And Nix, he's going to keep it again. He's got the first down. Plenty more as he advances to the Chargers side of the 50 and is out of bounds just inside the 40-yard line.
He is, but this is part of the backups, Jim. You'll see here, someone's got to create contain. And when you start playing extra guys, because you've got a bunch of guys out in the front 7, they're not going to keep the contain on the outside, and that allows Bo to use the underratedness that you said of the. Yeah. His arm and his legs were underrated coming out of the draft.
It's McLaughlin deciding to cut back, go downhill to about the 33-yard line. Another one of the starters they want to preserve for the playoffs next week. Here's a 2nd and 3. Harvey, some nice moves to pick up the first down a half century ago. So here we go, 1st and 10. Up the middle, Harvey breaking through numerous tackles and has got another first down, and they're now. They give it to McLaughlin, Walker out in front, it's Forsythe, and it's another chunk play. That's where Harvey's been strong all year, and they're going to try to go with him here. Harvey, not back after maybe a yard, then shoved to the ground.
Running back in the backfield, just the quarterback.
On 2nd and goal, quick toss at the 5, it's caught, picks up 2. That's Bryant with the catch. Jackson had to be helped to the sideline. Here's Nix, time in the pocket, swings it over, caught. The day is going to lose about 3 or 4 yards. Got to think it's going to be a Lutz field goal from this far out.
Yeah, they're trying to use a little miniature version of a screen, but great job keeping your leverage. One guy stays inside, the other outside, which they didn't do earlier. But just a lot of stiff arming going. They're not playing too safe. We had a game last year that was not very close in the same place.
On week 18, Kansas City was here and rested starters. It was a 38-0 drubbing delivered by Denver, and Denver delivers with Lutz. The 24-yard field goal. 12-second win field goal. And they scored a touchdown on the last play of the game on a crazy hook and lateral and fumbles and all that. But it was a tight one against the Colts. Houston blocked as the 5.
Which was surprising. They're as hot a team as anybody in the National Football League. Looking for the 1 seed. Got to finish it off today.
There's a handoff to Patterson. Gets to start at running back.
With Lamar Jackson, he knows how to use the quarterback's legs.
Tony, right on cue. Good call, but Hufanga must have heard you as well, so he was waiting for him at the 40-yard line.
You're exactly right. I think that's...
It's a 3rd and 5. And Lance from the pocket gets picked off. Off the deflection, and here we go with the run back inside the 20. McMillan is in for the touchdown.
Front, you'll see the left side's going to create it, and Lambert Smith just doesn't quite show if he's going to continue or stop, and that allows McMillan to get this place going.
Jaquan McMillan takes it back 45 yards, and the extra point is good. '87-second span. McMillan, who had an interception return a year ago in December late season game against Cleveland, gets one today. Here's Lambert Smith, who had the ball deflect off his lineup just off the quarterback. And here's the give. Patterson finds himself open. He looked almost as surprised as everyone else.
Well, they're going to put the big guys in. You're just going to run right behind them, cut back. It's a great play call, and then a great cut. They needed something to go their way because it was getting away from them in a hurry.
He's a practice squad player, and he made an impression on Coach Harbaugh. Said he basically was our practice player of the week every week last year. Showed us something. Glad to give him a chance today. And they give him another chance here with his handoff. He tries to somehow squirm his way back to the line of scrimmage as we go back down.
Confidence going into the playoffs.
Good point, Tracy. Negative turnover margin, yet could be the 1 seed as Lance unloads it deep. And DeAndre Lambert-Smith not able to catch up. I might add Seattle's got the one on the...
As you should do if you're a 1 or 2 seed. Take care of business.
3rd and 10, and again, deep ball, and it's over the head of Keenan Allen this time.
Watch out.
Yeah, it just doesn't add up, though, does it?
It doesn't add up. Normally, it's the opposite.
Yeah, coming 64 sacks. You think that the residual effects with the takeaways. Look at this punt. Oh, it flies a yard into the end zone. Scott punt results in a touchback. Here's Nix being chased. Got away from Dye. And he's going to run for the 3rd time and pick up a couple of yards out of it. Do hold a tiebreaker.
That's pretty good. I saw the hand move.
I saw your hands over there going up and down. What was that about? Here's Nix to about the 25. As he comes into the game now on a 3rd and 5. On the blitz from the corner. It's an incomplete pass to Sutton. Pick up 6 first downs on its opening series. Crawshaw punt it. And it'll bound to the 21-yard line.
Prove, and we've seen guys come back and make it. You see the evolution of the top pick. Oh, here he goes.
Lance throws it away. You know, for Trey Lance, Tony, you might remember when he came out of North Dakota State, he won the...
These opportunities, they're rare. You need to take advantage of it. He's got one here. 2nd
and 10. They're going to go with Patterson. Surtain has hold of him by the ankle, and he's going to have it within a yard of a first. 3rd and 1. Years later, Gilman would work with and mentor Jim Harbaugh's brother John at the University of Pittsburgh. And what a... Raised right here in Denver, just 10 miles south of the downtown area. Went to Mullen High School, and he delivers a beauty down to the 15-yard line.
They did. They've been saying it. Sean Payton starting at the top. That trickles down to your quarterback, and he exudes that to the rest of the team.
First down, toss, Harvey. Right into the gut of that Charger defense, and nothing there.
Nobody would have predicted that before this season starts. Give credit to Denver for handling business.
Yeah, it's been a wacky year. Harvey is thrown down for a loss by Dye. It's 3rd and 13. They set up a little screen. It's Bidet. He's got the first down. And he's tossed down on the Charger sideline, but they pick up the big conversion. Needed 13. They got 16.
Well, we're going to have a simple screen, cross screen, we call it. Right there. At this point, you need to take the leverage as a defensive team One guy goes inside, one outside, and they just have not done that a couple of times today, and that's what happens when you... Yep.
He's immediately ceding the position back to the starter on a 1st and 10 from the pocket, and gonna just accept the loss, surrounded by 3 Chargers, and they get the sack. Cook for 10 yards and then trotted to the sideline to not be exposed the rest of this day. He'll be back on the field next week in the wild card round. The ball dropped by Harvey.
They can control the game, and you don't want to go to Denver.
Good stuff, Tony. Here's the 3rd and 15. As Nix has already been sacked once and is able at last moment pitch it ahead to Ingram for the completion, but stopped short of a first. Darius Davis is the returner standing at the 20, awaiting the kick. He's got a chance to do something with the return. Quickly darts right. Broncos are waiting for him, and there is the second wave. It's going to bring him down. If you're the Denver defense accounting for the only touchdown. Here is the handoff again to Patterson, who's getting a lot of work. Here's Lance trying to lob it over the top. Just wasn't there. Surtain, look at the coverage he had on Lambert Smith.
It helps when you have Herbert.
Sure does. 3rd and 6. And they're going to keep the ball going this time as Gadsden makes the catch. Impressive looking rookie out of Syracuse up to midfield.
Catch. Gadsden does a good job going up, stacking, and then flattening the route. If he goes angles high, there wouldn't be a window there. And then protects it well at the end. And that right there, if you're Denver, it looks like New England is going to probably win their game.
He's already replaced Brandon Jones, who's out for the season at that safety position. Lance in trouble. Benito's on him, and then gets some help to bring him down. It's of 12.
Well, he's trying to take a shot downfield, and Denver does a great job. Benito, who's been a monster this year, but it's the outside. Watch this. There's 2 guys on the route, and neither one can get off of press coverage.
By far the most in the league. 2nd and 22. They've got a completion over to Davis, and he is taken out quickly by Moss. 3rd and 16. Dumping it off. Not going to go very far. It's stuffed out quickly by McMillan.
Protect over and over again. Sawyer's out with a hamstring as well, so they're down to their 4th, 5th, 6th tackle already.
Here's Scott. His 4th punt. Fair catch. Again, it's Mims.
We saw last year, right? Detroit, the Vikings went from the 1 to 5 seed, and all of a sudden they were knocked out early.
Yep. Here's a little pass over to Mims for the short gain, which the Seahawks won in a runaway. 2nd and 7. It's Harvey. And he crashes down by Dye, who's had a good first half here for the Charger defense. Comes in for him. 3rd down and 4. Nix being chased. And again, he's able to convert and extend it. Oh, the whistle. He stepped out. Smartly slides just not to incur a hit he doesn't need. Get you every time.
Ready! Action!
But it got 1st down. He has made some big plays with his legs. And now going to take off again with a marker out. And he's got another 7.
To the slow starts.
Illegal shift. Offense number 82 did not get set prior to the snap. It's a 5-yard penalty. Replay, 1st down.
That's the first flag of the game.
Instead of just waiting until the 4th quarter.
He's had 5 completions, go with 5 rushes, and this rush is stopped immediately. They've allowed only 27 yards since that opening drive. Here's the 2nd and 15. Nix kind of sidearms it, incomplete, wide of Ingram.
He's gotten a lot better at it.
3rd and 15. Here comes the pressure. Sidearms it, and tackled down right away is Ingram, as he's hit by Hart.
Turnovers matter. We know that, and they have attacked that left side with Crum, especially the last few plays since Bowles has been out.
Only the Charger offense gave up the touchdown, as Crawshaw is going to deliver another one. Now this one not his best. Now you got good field position.
Homelessness for families and individuals across Colorado. So far, sales from the T-shirts have raised more than $25,000.
Excellent stuff for that overdog idea as Lance He's able to somehow, he's got 14 so far on 3 rushes. First down, able to get it over to Keenan Allen, and that's good for 2. So Keenan is still a yard short with a 2nd and 8. There's Allen. He's got his yardage bonus. Lance connects, and Allen is so close. Where will they mark it? There he is, Tony. Great call. It's Haskins, and he's able to slip through the first time. The ball's on the ground. Nope, they're calling the whistle first.
I always appreciated that.
Yeah. Inside of a minute and clock running. 2 timeouts apiece. Movement on the right side.
False start on the offense, number 66. It's a 5-yard penalty. Replay first down. In addition, this play requires a 10-second runoff. So please put the clock to 54 seconds or run it down to 44 seconds. And play clock is at 30.
Watch out for the overload.
From the pocket, pass, pulled in. That's Gadsden with a nice catch. Pass complete, and that's Keandre Lambert-Smith. So 3rd and 3, and there's a first down. Down to about the 25-yard line, and for Crockett, he's got yet another catch in this game. Now 4 for 22. And one of his plays we thought was a catch, they put down as a rush. Here's the throw on the run, and dangerous. That was Moss jumping in front of Allen.
You're going to switch that up now, man-to-man. You can take your shot to your running back or someone outside.
Lance, hold on a minute here.
Delay a game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. For 3rd down.
So snap it at the 30. We'll pick up yardage. Look at that little cut and dart to the 11. Timeout call with 6 seconds.
It's a great throw by Lance. Great acceleration by the 5th-round pick. And I feel like, for me, if Herbert's in the game, I'm giving him a chance.
And that kick is good. Points. Both offenses had produced a field goal in the first half.
The way the game started, it looked like it was going to be 24-0 at half.
It really did. That opening drive right down the field. Methodical until they got stopped inside the 5 and had to settle for a field goal. They got the interception return for the...
Connecting in about 8 or 9 in a row.
Ready, action!
Well, if you thought this was going to be a one-sided affair, there's actually going to be a second half here with a lot on the line.
Yes.
Times, most of the short variety, but 11 of them for about 86 yards. Here we go.
And they're both getting it out really fast. They're going to have to attack downfield.
Earlier, Tracy caught up with Sean Payton.
What a difference, right? These coaches make when they come into this division. Andy Reid, right now, these guys.
Yeah. Hall of Famers. Here's Nix and has his pass batted down. Energy for sure. That was Hand who knocked down the ball. Handoff here. McLaughlin gets it to near the 41-yard line. Set up 3rd down.
This pressure that's been on Bo Nix throughout the day.
Looking over to the left side, and Harvey was not turned around in time.
Fools Bo Nix again.
Crawshaw being called on for the 4th time, and gets the fair catch. Jacksonville fans watching this one and the game up in New England very closely right now. As the Chargers' first snap of the second half, little toss, looked like it was going to lose yardage, but Patterson exercises patience. Lance, he's not down yet. Now lofts it down the field, and that was intended for Keenan Allen. 3rd and 8. We'll bring in Ufunga among others. Lance just throws it in the direction of Trey Harris. So Scott comes in to punt. And he's going to be the beneficiary of a great bounce. Mims decked at the 40.
College basketball game this year, but it seems as though they've been impressive.
They have been for sure. 1st and 10.
I do love college basketball, and that music makes me get going.
Here is another scramble. They want a flag for the wax.
Okay, but they got to figure something else out. You can't just use his legs the entire game.
Yeah, Sutton doesn't even have a catch so far. 2nd and 3. McLaughlin, 2 great moves, a cut and then a slip through, and he's got a first down.
I think he's running well today. I'd keep giving him the ball.
Meantime, the Broncos operating in Charger territory. And on play action, wanted to go down the field. He does. He's got his man. It's Ingram. And he is ridden down finally inside the 10-yard line.
It's going to be a play fake, but right here, you got a safety here, and you're going to have a receiver Ingram come all the way across the field. So you take the safety out with one receiver, and you allow Ingram to come all the way across the field. And with a better throw.
For 37 yards, longest play of the day. 1st and goal, Harvey. Nowhere.
They can run the football. They just need to actually show it more consistently.
2nd and goal, and that one sails over the head of Franklin. 3rd and goal. Pass, again, too steep. Trying to connect with Harvey. Lutz, good again. 2 chip shot field goals. 24 and now 26 yards.
A little lull, like you said recently, just because of the offensive performance.
Patterson on the return. Runs into 3 Broncos, including Prentice at the 32. Tracy down the U. Chargers down 10. Vidal able to get about 3 out of it. Now,
Chargers and Denver, and I'll tease it for the next play.
2nd and 7. Oh! Still not down. Able to get away from Benito somehow. And Lance may have picked up a yard out. How did he get out of that? Is that caught? They say it's a catch. If it is, that's a... to go with the $250,000 that he won earlier today was by virtue of getting 9 yards receiving.
I got a funny feeling he's done.
There is Lance keeping, maybe got 1. Zach Allen waiting for Patterson, and a loss behind the line for a yard or 2.
He has been so disruptive. Look at this. If you can just displace the center, move him back 2-3 yards, and then
3rd and 8, and Allen has come back in. And look at that, Sternad coming in.
I want you to watch. You're going to see inside, and then come over the top by Sternad. It's just a stunt, we call it, where 2 guys go in.
J.K. Scott with his 6th boot. Comes down at the 11 to Mims, who is dangerous. And finally meets up with Wax on the sideline. He threw for 153 yards, 1 touchdown, no picks.
This is a difficult defense to decipher.
Again, they're all over him. And they get to him. 2nd and 17. A little pump fake, still has it. Now swings it. Bryant taken down by 2 Chargers at the 47. Pressure, and the pass complete. Sutton's first catch, and he's not going to quite get the first down yardage. Stop the bounce.
Try and draw him off. Yep.
Did he take enough off of it? That's the question. No. Touchback, so it won't be that much on the exchange.
Sean Payton right there as well.
All those one-score wins that Sean Payton's been able to bring his team through. There's a 1st and 10. Vidal And that's Ellis on him, gain of 6.
And think about McDonald. I mean, literally the decision to go get Sam Darnold.
And now they get to prove it at home in the playoffs. It's going to be a tough out. Vidal, Sternad.
I don't think we've ever seen both.
Lance, second effort, got it. Boy, somehow he was able to fight through, tiptoe, whatever he had to do to get the week off before the playoffs next weekend. Here's Lance down the middle, and Sternad's making plays all over the field right now. To Patterson.
Guess who's there?
That pass got away from him. Going back to Keenan Allen, managing 130 total yards on 45 plays.
Wow. It's amazing they're even in the game.
Signal and pulled in.
Ready, action!
Harvey could have been dropped. Manages to pick up a yard or two.
Go.
There's Nix connecting. And Mims. Now you're in all kinds of ways.
And now it's part of the vernacular.
3rd and 1. Oh my goodness. This was the guy they couldn't wait to see.
Yep.
Arlo Wax. Special teams had never played a defensive snap before today.
Watch him come flying in. Reads it perfectly. Patience. The 5th round pick. From Syracuse. Chargers can go down and score. You're going to go back to that play if this doesn't go your way for the 1 seed.
13th punt of the game. And it is caught by Davis at the 25. Here's Lance. Knocked out of his hands. And the Broncos are on it.
It's leave Bonito one-on-one. Deculus was not the starter to start the year. He's played solid, but you cannot leave Bonito, who now has 13.5 sacks this year.
You're not getting away from me this time, he said.
Nope, and he had an opportunity earlier, like you said, but you didn't even feel him coming. And it's a great teaching tape.
Nix now being chased, somehow got it away. Oh my goodness. Of course, standing right in the area there was a Charger defender, Markers. 14 sacks on the season. And that play is, again, another tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Seen many of those today.
Disappointed. Just look at the pressure that you're going to see by the internal part of this defensive line. I mean, they are really...
Chargers made an adjustment. Let's see if it paid off. Nix. Pete brought down. And that's the 3rd sack of the day for the Charger defense.
Just making him have to climb the pocket there into the pressure and just couldn't quite get away enough. 96 yards, Trey Lance with 85 yards passing.
Hard to believe in the 4th quarter. Here's Lutz, 41 yards. Drills another one. So it's 3 for 3. They continue to keep the Bronco offense out of the end zone.
And this has happened throughout the year a little bit, though. Denver, they play to their defense. Sometimes you can call the offensive play calls, you know what I mean, to be safe and smart. It took a while. We did their game last week, but he got it done, and he said he would. Congrats.
Lance again dumps it off to Gadsden.
Ineligible man downfield, offense number 71. It's a 5-yard penalty. Replay first down.
4 minutes to go. Tie game. Back to you.
All right. How about that comeback? Caleb going to his 2 tight ends, and the ball is not caught by Allen.
When you've got to go against the 3 seed or the 2 seed, you want that home game. It's huge.
2nd and 15. Gets it over to Allen. Allen, who's been a menace to Denver for years. They've seen this veteran player. Movement.
Crowd. They were going on a normal cadence, and they needed to go silent. It got too loud.
False start. Offense number 74. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Lance He's got room for the first down and an extra 10. And look at Gadsden down the field, still holding onto his block. 22 yards, the longest offensive play of the day for the Chargers.
Well, what did I say?
Legs.
How are they going to win? The only these guys can cover too well.
And they're in Denver territory. Now they're not. Now they're in Charger territory. As they get another sack. And here is the sack.
It's a stunt inside, but it's collapsed on the outside by Benito and Cooper. Make the quarterback throw from the well of the pocket. Look at the stunt right here. They're going to come around from the inside, but it's really Benito just.
Sack. 2nd and 18. Patterson, flag out.
Ineligible man downfield, offense number 71. That penalty's declined. So the play is 3rd down.
Lance, he's got time here. Can only hold up for so long. Now he's going to take off to within about 6 of the first. Can they pull it off? Lance. Oh, he is stuck right away. Surtain comes up and makes the kind of highlight play that.
Take a look at these 4 guys. 2 defensive linemen, and this is what's going to happen. Zach Allen gets right up in there, and he has no choice but to get rid of the football there. Normally you'd say, what? You can't throw. He's been outstanding this year. Defensive player of the year from last year.
Nix with play action to open this drive. Swings it over to McLaughlin. Makes 1 miss. And he takes it for about 17 yards. Finally brought down by Caldwell.
Impression, looking downfield, and then just simply throwing the ball to his check down and letting McLaughlin do the rest. And your job is to. You're right. He's been under as much pressure, honestly, as Trey Lance has.
Handoff. McLaughlin.
He's ran good today.
Yes, he has. It just had the big play. But you'd like your chances to go back and win there, you'd have to think. And that would put San Francisco as the 6.
Yeah, you're right. At the same time, Carolina's pretty good.
Yes, they are. Don't take them too lightly. It's playoff time. There's a little screen pass, going to pick up the first down. Paday is able. 5 minutes to go, and the toss to Paday. And the Chargers hold them to 1, and we go down to Tracy.
Special plans for teams each week.
2nd and 9. Nix. Caught. Bryant spins away and around the defender, St. Juice. And the Broncos.
He's going to go dig out somebody, go from here into the inside.
Handoff to Harvey. Harvey is decked at the 5-yard line.
Yep.
But you got a guy sitting there in Josh Allen, you know, can will it to happen, maybe. Nix just standing like a statue, and now he gets sacked for the 4th time. Defense and a timeout call by Los Angeles.
Just a great job in coverage. I mean, it's a coverage sack, we call it, where no one's open, and you see just passing off guys, keeping your leverage, knowing the angles, and there's the statue. And to me, you cannot give the other team the ball. That's their only chance.
Across the middle, Harvey. Harvey's not going to get where he wanted to go. Ends up being the end result, and it certainly looks like that's going to be the case. They would be the 7 come next week. Lutz for the 4th time today drills one. The longest of the 4 was 41 yards. 3 of his field goals were in the 20s.
Who they really think is likely to come out of these victories. And I think after you play teams all year long and you see everyone, you got a pretty good idea of styles make fights of who's most likely to come in.
2:23 to go. And Lance lofts it and over the head of Trey Harris. If New England and Jacksonville hold serve next week, Tony. Lance, who has rushed for 54 yards on 8 scrambles, able to swing it over the head of Patterson.
2 and 3.
That's right. There's Lance, complete to Disley at the 40, and we're going to come to the 2-minute warning. Boy, now the crowd has come to life. 4th down. And Lance takes it home for a 1st down. The Broncos hosted a postseason game. 1st and 10. Lance. With the catch there by Conklin.
That's what makes this season so different. You've always had the stalwart quarterbacks right there.
Nothing there.
Through.
Did.
I mean, all of a sudden Chicago goes out and wins the division. Who'd have predicted that?
3rd and 4. Patterson needs the angle, and he got enough to get the 1st down. Of course, it was right here where the Packers' season really took a terrible turn when Micah Parsons. 2nd and 10, 1:07. That falls incomplete. 3rd and 10, and it's caught. Ball's on the ground. They rule that a catch.
Another turnover.
Kay picks it up.
If you do, you're
right. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. That's esoteric.
I love it.
Look it up in the dictionary. Here you go. Lance. Oh, my goodness. He got 12. Still the thought of scoring. Going for 2. Look at this effort. Down to the 7-yard line. Trey Harris, the rookie out of Ole Miss.
Hurry up and snap it. You still got a chance.
The play went for 16. And he got 38 seconds left.
Team today.
Lance going to the end zone. And it's caught. That's Davis with the flag out.
Illegal formation. Offense. Number 66 was not covered in the line of scrimmage. The 5-yard penalty. Replay 2nd down.
He's on 6 and he's on. There's 7.
Lobbing it up, back of the end zone, and he caught it, but he's out. And that's incomplete. With the player struck, here's a 4th and goal. Chased, desperation. One last snap, and it is over. What a season for the Denver Broncos. They are the #1 seed in the AFC.